Let's watch this video.
You funny and all, but like, you a midget. I can't do it.
I'm sorry, baby. It's the height, but we could be friends. We could, we could kick it.
Is it the height?
You already know what I'm just said. Y'all have to pass.
I'm sorry, but
You know it's your face. I just don't want to tell you because I don't want you to feel offended. I don't want to be frontal with you because you already know. Look at yourself and look at me. We are not a looks match. I don't need to say other words. That's what she means when she says this, and she's being very friendly with these words. Way friendlier than when they say, oh, I have a boyfriend, or it's your height, because they're punishing him when they say about the height for something which is not the cause and will only make his head less clear about the real reason.
No, pass. I almost feel bad.
Yeah, you feel bad because you know you will never be able to get a beautiful girlfriend. But he will be able to get as many non-beautiful girlfriends as he wants. There are plenty looks matches for this face in the female community.
I'm past.
Hi, little boy.
All men make more money than short men. They make nearly $170,000 more.
Total fallacy. Tom Cruise, top paid actor in Hollywood, he was literally #1 in income through all of the other actors, the model actors, extremely tall actors, actresses, whatever. He was in the top #1. How tall is he? 6 feet? 6'6"? No, he's 5'7", 5'8" at the most. You cannot compare a well-developed jaw and bone structure with one that isn't. You can see that the bone structure in this human being, in this animal, is well developed. And here, if the photo is not shrunken, this is a person who is maldeveloped. Of course, women will not be attracted to this as men wouldn't be attracted to a woman like this. Because unless you're even less well developed. When people think of I love tall men, they think of this. Of course, being tall is a bonus. Of course, if they are a certain phenotype, it's a bonus. But they are thinking of this. Tom Cruise was and is on the top of the well-paid actors, not because of his height, of course, because he's very average, maybe even below average for men, exactly, but because he's extremely good looking. He is a PSL god. That's the reason why.
Over the course of their career. That's a lot of bread. With that type of money, you could do all sorts of things. You could buy a blow job, you could purchase a slim gym.
You cannot get that bone structure, that beauty on bread, of course.
This increase in income is attributed to the fact that tall people have more confidence than short people.
The tall people that do have more confidence is not because of their tallness, it's because of their facial harmony. You become confident when you know how things will play out. I am pretty confident if I go into a mall that most girls won't feel attracted to me. I'm pretty confident about that. Those guys are pretty confident that girls will be attracted to them, that people will give them opportunities, that people will listen to them, will buy their product because they are good looking.
And this is also backed by evidence. Specifically for men, there's a positive correlation between height and self-esteem. In the same vein,
I guess if you don't have above average height as a man, you can't be caring toward yourself. You won't have any self-esteem. I mean, that's what he said.
90% of CEOs are above average height. You're gonna have a hard
I mean, you could read all different things from this, but these guys from our modern age, they are for sure repaying sooner or later the favors that were done to them to put them in these elevated positions. You can't be favored in this world without then favoring the matrix, the system. This guy, we don't even know if he's just a photo from a fake history. We have no clue. And this proves nothing. They cut a deal, who cares? They or their family, who cares? Means nothing.
time finding a US president who is under 6 feet tall. You'll have to go back quite a bit to where the average height was way less than it is now. Also, the shorter you are as a man, the more likely you are to end your own life. But
is it because you also don't have a pretty face and thus people never treated you that well in your life, never gave you a chance, never listened to you, never really wanted to be around you? Or is it just because of your height? I don't see good looking, short or average height guys wanting to do that to their lives. Only bad looking people tend to do that.
enough of all that stuff. The question, does height matter, is often asked in the context of dating. I know what you're here for, the hose. You want to hear the information pertaining to sucking and You got these bitches on your brain, what can I say? Don't we all? Well, unfortunately, the data follows a similar trend when it comes to dating and short guys. Tall men have more reproductive success.
Tall men were less likely to be childless than shorter ones. Okay, but let's see. Which guys tend to be taller? 100% guarantee the guys who have an improved nutrition. If they have an improved nutrition, there's also a higher chance, not always, that they'll be good looking, that their face will always be well developed. This is not a correlation, this is not a causation, this is a correlation. You're just linking stuff that is happening at the same time.
Women are happier with taller partners.
I mean, if you go out in the dating world, in society, in a mall, whatever, and you want to have success in terms of getting children, whatever, finding mates, you should find ones that are on your level, on your league. If you're a short dude, since women tend to prefer taller men, probably for a sense of security, they like to look at you and they like to feel that you will protect them. And by being taller, you give them an unconscious sense of that. Of course they will want that. Everybody wants to feel protected, especially when you're more frail, as a kid or as a woman. It's just biology, structure. But then you have to see, do I need to be extremely tall, like 6 feet or above, to have success with women, as in to have a lot of dates, to have a girlfriend in a short period of time? No, because even as an ugly dude, even as a short dude, there will be always uglier women, shorter women. It's always a relative thing. You don't need to be extremely tall. Sure, you need to be extremely tall if you want the average girl, which is already like 5'6". Sure, you should be 6 feet something for them to have this gap that they like. And honestly, we as men probably also enjoy that gap, feeling that we can protect them in a wild environment. They basically just want to feel like they can trust you and just go about their lives. Just geomax. Just find a place or a group of girls or a girl that matches your looks in terms of beauty, in terms of facial structure, attractiveness, harmony, and that is slightly shorter, or at the very least, your height. That's all you have to do. If I was a dwarf, but all of the people in the world were even shorter than a dwarf, I would be the king of the people. If I was the ugliest man alive in my country, but then I found another country with even uglier people, I could go there and I would be their king.
If you're under 5'8", it's really rough. It's like a Herculean task.
If you want to get the average 5'6" girl, sure, I have to agree. But there are plenty more girls that you can go and check.
To get laid at that point. All of the data shows it.
So this is all cap, this is a fallacy. Because there are plenty. I mean, let's be honest, there are as much women 1, 2, or 3 out of 10 as there are 7, 8, and 9 out of 10. As many.
It's a pretty obvious social phenomena, but then there are all these people who are like, no, height doesn't matter. I know a short guy who slays. He just runs around with his little...
You can slay. Just go and find the girls that are shorter than you, or if you are extremely attractive, as in more than them, you can get taller women, but why would you want that?
Legs, and he's just fucking... It's like, okay, I know a League of Legends player with good hygiene. I know a Radiohead fan who has a girlfriend. I know a short guy who fucks. It's the same thing. What we're looking at is an exception to the rule.
If there is a rule, there cannot be exceptions. If there are exceptions, there is no rule. It's a fallacy. If you find the exceptions to what you thought was a rule, you found a fallacy. I mean, people follow their biology, their instincts, what they feel like doing. If they see a hot guy wearing these glasses, they will say, oh, it looks so cool with those glasses, it looks so cute, I love him, huh? If he likes Pokemon or yo-yos or whatever, oh, so cute, oh, I love it. If this guy wears these glasses and plays with a yo-yo, they'll be, oh, he's a dork, whatever, he has these very weird interests. And if he asks them on a date, no, I don't like your style, yeah, and you play with a yo-yo, they'll just give an excuse, which is not reasonable. Because people in their brain always come up with reasons that are not the biological, instinctive one.
This doesn't take away from the data collected from thousands of people as a sample size.
Still, you can have millions of data. If you have an exception, you don't have a rule. You have whatever you want to call it, but it's not a rule. It's not it's not like every single time, like 1 + 1 always equals 2. No, it's just a mounted higher probability. So there's a higher probability of happening this rather than that, but it's not always, thus not a rule.
You fucking moron. That being said, it's not like you have to be over 6 feet tall to have a chance, like some ridiculous...
Then again, only matters relatively. Beauty and height, just find somebody that matches you. If guys that are 9 out of 10, these supermodel PSL gods, whatever, they are dating people that are on their level, 9 out of 10, maybe even 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. And they are dating probably the same height or smaller height, because they are so high in height and looks that they then looks match just by the coincidence of what we have in the world. You have to artificially go looking for someone that looks much as you, as much as they do that. I had a colleague in school and he barely fit in his bed. He had to sleep sideways and he didn't get any girls, because face is like 80% of attractiveness. Thanks for watching.